Yo, yo, what is up? Happy Wednesday. That was just some like acid house track. It's called It's How I Feel Intershades remix by Intimacy. It's really good. We'll get started with our regularly scheduled programming. Get some just dubby techno in the background for today, and start diving into the charts. Oops, wrong button. There we go. All right, so we'll take a look at BTC here first. I mean, I think BTC, to me, is the most interesting right now in the crypto space. Obviously, there's a few outliers who are performing really well, but we gotta always start with the king. So we can see that on BTC, this is actually an idea that one of the other members in Chroma had pointed out, a potential kind of like 3-tap setup at range highs, which I don't know if I would blindly bid here. I think I'd need some sort of like consolidation and then look for some sort of confirmation to get short, because it's pretty much a gamble at this point, and I really wouldn't be surprised to just see it keep going, especially considering people have just been buying. We had some good price movement up to the upside today during Powell's speech. I caught along on ES that kind of is in tandem with like what happened here with a rate of lows and then an expansion, so your typical like PO3 setup. But just looking at this, we can see we obviously have the equal lows that were put in place today. I would like to see if we're not going to absolutely just fate smelt rip. Honestly, I want to see a lot of these lows get taken, because if we look on like the little rate indicator I have, I mean, some of these have, but you still, this isn't untouched, untouched. So definitely a lot of levels that can get swept. We have taken some highs here. So, I mean, short-term wise, if you're like an intraday trader, I'd say shorts are definitely favored below, I guess, your local high, as long as you're not really pushing up too much further here. Ideally, though, I'd want to, I feel like after this high, it's pretty much free range, but right now, I don't expect too much movement on BTC. We'll look at some alts, see if maybe there's potential setups, because I do want to, if I can, get a swing trade out on my account that I started. So if you saw my post today on Twitter, I am doing a 1K to like 10K challenge. I did it last year. Last year in like 6 months, I think I was able to get 1K to 8K, doing 1% risk in about 6 months, which was huge. And then from then on, I kind of switched over to FX and Indices, which have been absolutely amazing. Like, it's been very clean for me. So I'm starting to get back into crypto, but I want this to be more so for swing trades, with FX and Indices being more my intraday stuff. So BTC, ultimately, my bias is bullish up until 28,820 or that 28-29K range. However, I think it wouldn't be out of the question to come down and retest inside this breaker, but I also could just see it ripping. I think Friday's going to be, if we're going to pump, I think it's going to be on Friday when we have, I believe it's non-farmer payroll or whatever it's called, NFP. We also had FOMC today, which was big. So it's a busy week, but I think ultimately after all this consolidation, I would be expecting some expansion either up. You have local buy side liquidity at 25,300 or so. That would be your first target, and then second target, I would be looking for probably that next fair value gap at 26,922. Maybe there's a weekly one, like there's a weekly one at 26. Yeah, 922 is right where the weekly one starts as well. So that would be the big level I would be watching out for. But if you were here last week, we did talk about this harmonic. Ultimately, it's a bearish one, but it is a bearish one at like the bottom. You want bearish ones at the top. I'm sure there's something up here. But I think this will kind of be a magnet, at least for price in the coming weeks in terms of the draw. I'm pretty bullish on BTC. I've kind of switched my tune a little bit on the S&P, and I've gotten more bullish on that. So we'll get to that in a bit, but ultimately BTC looks pretty solid here. Definitely looks just as good, if not better than ETH. We'll take a look at ETH in a minute. But yeah, that is my thoughts on BTC. ETH, what I wanted to see today during FOMC was like take out this liquidity and then rip up and flip the breaker that we have on the daily over here, or supply, turn it into a breaker, and then that would lead up to higher prices. However, we didn't get as much movement as I was hoping for, and we also didn't take any of the sell side liquidity. We pretty much just pumped after taking like local sell side liquidity. At this point, I mean, I'm sure there's probably something here harmonically. That's actually pretty clean. 568, 886. Yeah, that's like spot on with a bat. It's a little overextended on the X to B, but this isn't too shabby. I could see this reacting from there. So, I mean, I think ETH, if I go back to BTC, I don't think... Oh, wait. BTC also might have one. Let's see. Yeah, it's a little bit further. This is more like Gartley territory, but yeah, no, this is a bit overextended in my opinion. I think ETH looks better for shorts comparatively, but overall still just ranging here in comparison to BTC. BTC has definitely been a bit stronger, so obviously BTC is still the favorite to be longing with the SMT type stuff, but really it's not too bad in comparison. ETH is still holding its ground. So yo, DB, what's up, bro? Yeah, no, ETH looks all right. So flip the breaker. We can talk for higher prices. Obviously, though, if we're just looking at... Oh, it'd be nice if my trading view didn't freeze. That's annoying. Hopefully my internet did not go out. No, we're good. Oh, God. Trading view. There we go. All right. Apologies for that. But yeah, high time frame, we need to flip that breaker or the supply, turn it into a breaker. You have local buy side liquidity. Yeah, drop it in chat. I'll check them out after I run through the crypto stuff. But yeah, local, we did take that. So yeah, pretty much the breaker at this point would be my next draw of liquidity. But it looks good. Daily strong. But we are up technically higher percent-wise. Closes in about 8 minutes. So let's quick run through some alts. And then we'll check out some other markets. Wearing the chinchillin shirt today. All right, Algo is one we talked about last week. It's just my typical watch list. I have about 10 coins, but we mentioned basically key support resistance level is 2450. We seem to still be struggling with it, though today it looks like we will get a close back above it. So Algo, in my opinion, I mean, if we're just looking at like daily profile wise, like I would say Algo, as long as it's above here, like would be good for a long. But this isn't, in my opinion, I don't know if it's gonna push up that hard initially. I mean, there is a full fill there on the daily, but you've already mitigated some of that. That's not really a big draw in my opinion, and this is going to act as some pretty heavy resistance, so I wouldn't be looking to long this. I think there's definitely better options for the time being. Yeah, not too much to say on this. Does kind of look like a maybe on 12-hour or 4, like a kind of like a sketched out market maker buy model. You have your original consolidation, your distribution, your trendline liquidity, smart money reversal, accumulation, probably get another like reaccumulation. So maybe if we get back above here and we're looking good, I might be interested in swinging long for this. But right now, though, I think there's much better stuff to be looking at. APT, speaking of which, is one of them. If you're in Chroma, you know that I was looking for a long today on this. I unfortunately did not get it. The long I was going to take was going to be, it was only 2R, but I was doing it with 5% risk on the account, so it would have been like a 10% gain. It was really unfortunate too, because it was a clean setup. I was looking for entry on the 618 fib, which was basically the 618 of the local high to low here. And I think what that also I liked was it was like just below the EQ, but it looks like it got front ran, and buyers stepped in and price never reached it. So definitely unfortunate. I really was expecting this to go down further during the FOMC news, but honestly, once that came around, it was already up. Yeah, or no, it pumped right around then. But it didn't even give like that push down like that BTC and some of the others did. So very unfortunate. Missed a clean setup because I do believe this is going to go higher. I don't know about those other targets, but equal highs, if not the next fib extension, especially if BTC starts running. So it was definitely a bit of a bummer. We had the 3-day fulfill, so we'll monitor it. Maybe there's another option to get back in when real markets. We're not looking at Ponzi Johnzy is currently looking at crypto, but Platty, we will take a look at the indices and the forex and the currencies, and if you even want to look at golds, I'll take a look at gold for you. So yeah, that's thoughts on APT. Ultimately higher. I would like if we get maybe a pullback tomorrow to get long, because I think this is a good asset. I know it gets some good volume in comparison to other ones. Atom was one we looked so do I, dude. Falls came up with that. That was genius. Atom was one we looked at last week. We were in this range, and I had discussed, I think it was here, it was like popping up, and then it pulled back. It never got that impulse up. We had EQ highs, though, from right there that I was waiting for it to get taken. It took until pretty much today, but you can see this is actually a good example of what I would call a partial decline. So what a partial decline is, if you've never heard of the term before, is when you have like a range. So you have this, like these two candles, very clean range. I'll get rid of the fixed range volume profile. Deviated the lows, went up, kind of came back down to the lows. Then you technically finally got your deviation of the high. And then from there, what happened was you came back and you retested the min range. Yo, Victor, what's up? Thanks for stopping by. And then we pushed up, deviated, or came back down, pushed up again. So this is kind of like your 3 drives. Probably faked a lot of people out here because a lot of people were like, oh, market structure break. But really, this isn't like a strong break. There's not much displacement. You have this little gap here, but nothing forceful. So nothing like I would be looking ultimately to be getting short in a different scenario, not that one. Maybe in the past I would have, but I feel like now I've kind of fine-tuned what conditions I take. Thank you, Mission Gains. I appreciate that. But yeah, so this, and yeah, you had your partial decline here, and then from there, retest, rip. Like, it's so clean in hindsight. Think about long swings on ASTR. I'm going to have to check that out. I'll actually quick look at it now because it's almost alphabetical order. I've never heard of this, so you're going to have... Oh, wait, no, not futures. Sorry. Oh, wait, is it not on... Oh, it's on... Oh, wait. Oh, it is on Bybit. Okay. Normally, I'm so used to looking at it on Binance. Yo, thank you for the sub. But I guess we can just... No, I'll look at the Bybit one, I guess. Normally I try to look at Binance charts, though. Oh, wow. Wow. Woo! Victor. Sheesh. This is one of those alts that's like been accumulating for months, and then all of a sudden it pumps. No, this is futures. ASTR USDT perps futures on Bybit. They have it on Bybit. Long in a swing. We have relatively equal highs right above. It could be a good play for tomorrow. I mean, the thing is, it's like one of those plays where it's like, I don't know if I want to, like, it's definitely interesting, but do I, like, is it gonna moon like crazy, or like if I target like a local... I like those equal highs right here. It's not like a far target. And I'd probably front run it. I'd probably go for the one here. Swing. Oh, you mean like for spot? Gotcha. Some news. Yeah, no, it looks really good. We have a new day upon us. We'll quickly go back to BTC. Nice close. ETH, same deal. Didn't really engulf. Algo is back in this little range, so ideally you want to see it push back up to 28.90. This thing, APT, I'm expecting continuation eventually sometime tomorrow or Friday. Adam is in an amazing spot, and I'm kicking myself so much right now for not even like buying a little bit, because all last year when I was doing streams in Chroma, what's good, Maximilian? I was always comparing the harmonic that was forming here to this cipher that ripped, and I am gonna be very upset if this does the same like face melting rip. Oh, it's tough. It's tough. Yeah, no, it was a really nice close, Victor. It was definitely clean. Wait, what was that? Let me get back to that APT. Oh, ASTR. I'll throw it on my watch list just so I have it. We'll quick look at some of the others. BNB was another one. Kind of scuffed shark / cipher. Kind of, it's just chugging along. Targets 334, 333 psychological level would be where I'd be looking to get out. But I think there's other stuff that's good. I'm really, this is like the first time I've really been like scanning stuff, actually looking for trades. So it'll be interesting. Doge, not one I'm interested personally in trading. Link, again, just ranging. And I don't want to get involved at the mid range. This is just so abysmal. Matic. Ooh, wow. Yeah, no, I don't even think this is valid anymore, but Matic 886 retrace from the uber low from whatever back in 2020 to the high in December 21. Now we're back at the 618. So yeah, you're pushing above it actually. So at this point, if you keep continuing, like 130 level is where it's going to be heading. Everything looks really good. But obviously, always when everything looks good, that's when all the stuff falls from the sky, and that's how they get you. So please trade with caution. Make sure your size is and risk is managed. Just quick flipping through these. Well, go back to Soul. Another one that's been accumulating. I've been monitoring this for a while. I'd love to see this harmonic play out. Sushi, another one that's kind of like Link. Total market cap. Last time on stream, we looked at the fact, like, this is so clean. Like, it's just perfect retest. So I definitely think we're due for a couple weeks, short-term, like mid-term bull. But I am still macro bear until lower on S&P. I don't know if crypto will go back and make new lows. The low could be in. That could have been it, 15 whatever. But I've been DCAing so far this year, so I'm just chilling. But hopefully, yeah, we can get into some crypto trades. So let's see. What is actionable on this? I mean, structurally, it looks good. Hourly, it was technically like, you did break structure. The only thing I'm concerned, or you did read the low too. What I would want to see probably is a pullback into the discount tomorrow. And then look for longs like down here. If you get maybe some low time frame confirmation. Because my bias on S&P for the rest of the week is I think tomorrow is going to be a sell day. And then Friday is going to be a big pump day when we have the non-farmer payroll. So that's kind of like the bias I'm holding alongside crypto. I find that I have a pretty, like, it's easier for me to read and understand S&P and then like transfer that understanding to crypto. I was doing the same thing with like Forex when I first got into it, and it was really useful. So let's actually hop on over to Forex because Euro went bananas today. We had these relatively equal highs over here on the daily that finally got taken out. And it's like, where do we go from here? Well, you're in a daily imbalance. You've mitigated the EQ. You have two tiny little daily imbalances above, but ultimately, like, 118 or 111.8. Too many numbers in FX, but yeah, that is the buy side liquidity that I would say is your next major draw if it keeps pushing up like this. We'll have to look at Dixie in a couple minutes. Flatty, you're funny, bro. This stream is starting. This dude he ain't here for the Ponzi's. He's here for the Johnsy. Love you, dude. All right. So, Euro. I mean, it could keep ripping. There's no doubt in my mind. I wouldn't be looking to short this unless it's like quick M1 scalping, unless you get more confirmation. But really, like, I think longs are in favor here. This idea is scratched on Euro to pound. We'll come back to that in a sec. I was just seeing relative strength for a pound with how Euro is in comparison. Euro is just absolute tank right now. So yeah, this buy side liquidity would be the major draw. You do have a pretty nice or clean little fair value lap on the 4 hour around 111 ish. So all things play out cleanly. I would just expect this to kind of keep pushing. This will be like your magnet. If my thesis in terms of S&P on like S&P sell off tomorrow and then buy Friday, I think this could kind of give like a pullback sometime tomorrow, maybe during London kill zone or New York. and then you get that pump on Friday. So that is what I would be looking for. I don't really see like a bearish PO3 here. You could kind of argue like the accumulation, but really like your PO3 would have been something like this, where it's like boom and then up, and then there's definitely like other examples of that farther back, but this one's a good one. And I think I caught a long, or no, it wasn't back there. I think it was might have been like back here. I caught a really nice long off some news-driven pump a while back in December, I think it was. But yeah, Euro looks great. Definitely continuation. Like everything's pretty much buy, which is nice. It's been a while since I feel like people have had the opportunity to be like, yeah, let's buy some stuff, not short it. So one thing I was looking at with pound was we had the monthly imbalance we looked into on lower time frame. I think it's like probably daily. It's a little bit cleaner. You have similar to like Atom. Net worth short on Thursday copy. I wouldn't do that, but it's technically Thursday now, so we'll see. But yeah, you have these like two highs that are almost identical. We had that same situation. If I quick go back to Atom, that's like what I was looking at here, and it's kind of similar deal. I think it's pretty identical. So let me see what the PA was like again. It was kind of like your chop and then push down. So let's see. If we're looking at pound, it's not showing that same kind of like strength. It's actually quite the opposite. And I mean, it did get a nice move today during the FOMC Powell speech, but it's struggling here to really push up. You did have a rate of the lows, so like low time frame, structure shift. High time frame, it's still pretty bullish. I wouldn't really consider this like really any serious sort of break. I think this is just waiting for a chance to kind of pop. But EQ highs at 126 is the target. That is where you would expect to see the move up. And I think from there, the higher draw would be this monthly fair value gap. So, yeah, because if I'm quick, don't mean to disrupt the chart, but if we just quick look at not FOMC, like Forex Factory, look at the news for the rest of the week. Pound has a lot of stuff tomorrow at 7 a.m., which is actually right when New York Kill Zone starts and right around when I get to work. I'd have to check FTMO's policy on some of these because certain news events you can't trade 2 minutes before or after, or you can't open or close the trade 2 minutes before, through, out, and then 2 minutes after the news. So, but like after the 2 minutes, you can open, close, do whatever you want. So I might just wait till then. Then Euro has a refinancing rate at 8.15. Not sure how that's gonna be. But it's definitely a big day for Forex. I would say US has like your unemployment claims at 8:30. That's nothing major. Friday's the big deal for US. So that's probably when I think you would see more of an impact on crypto and getting your big move. But I want to see some action tomorrow on this. And I'll definitely have my eyes peeled and share anything in Chroma if I see anything newsworthy or worthy of like a trade. But that ultimately I'm still very long biased on both of these. Obviously there's setups that you can get intraday that are nice. This is like my macro thesis on Euro to the pound. So Euro's still pushing. It can definitely go higher from here. Like we can go like all the way here if you want to take out this high. And this will still be a valid harmonic. This is a Gartley. The thing that was nice is this is almost like a 618. It goes a little bit deeper, but then you still have like the imbalance below all these lows, kind of like you're sweeping up liquidity, like how it builds up, and then I'm expecting like a crash down. So I think pound will have its time to shine. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow, the next week, 2 weeks from now. So I would be waiting to... Are you silent till next week? Yeah, next week looks beautiful. I think there's only news on like Thursday or Friday, but it's going to be a really nice week for trading next week. I feel like just very clean price action. Probably nothing too volatile, but you can get some good ranging plays. What's Imi got? Is that like a ticker? Nope. Or are you talking this thing? This against Wrapped Ether on Uniswap or the Oh Lord. I think you were talking this. Jeez. What a S coin, bro. Man, this is absolutely ripping. Yep, yeah, this is it. EG 15 5-minute BPR in there as well. That's where I would like to reversal before this war kicks off property. Tanks leave a sub. Probably. Yeah. I'm pretty bullish on you for the bit. I was expecting more of a reversal here, but it's really going to keep going. So, I mean, I could totally see it going up to that local internal buy-side liquidity. And the harmonic would still be valid. Hentai AI. Oh, my lord. Jesus. They have a crypto for everything nowadays. I remember when I first got into like the crypto space, they had like the silliest of names. I can't like hero or like dentist coin, stuff like that. It's just ridiculous. We already looked at crypto, so without further ado, we will head on over to Dixie really quick. Dixie finally, after like all of January, just pretty, I mean, like even back here it was fine, but pretty much the second half of January was just a slow bleed. Like we all knew it was going there, but it just took forever. Finally wicked into the the monthly fair value gap. We have the EQ. Hold on, Tyler showed me a cool trick that I have on my fair value gaps now. So that would be like your EQ. Trading the weekly. So yeah, the monthly fair value gap. This I don't expect any sort of like V-shaped reversal. This is, I'm gonna set alert actually right down here. That is the level I'd be watching, because you take out the monthly EQ. I think that's when we can talk about some serious sort of short-term, mid-term reversal. Give some breathing room, or like a healthy pullback on crypto and S&P. For y'all. So true. I love it though. It's fun. But yeah, this was kind of like a, I mean, wait a minute. Hold up. I mean, you can argue I'm about to blow y'all's mind, because I just saw this and I don't know, or did you, or I guess because it took the, I don't know, it kind of looks like a, I saw it, like, whenever I see these like tight little consolidations like this, I automatically am like, so that would have been like your, I mean, again, bear with me, this isn't perfect. Oh, this is gonna be a good Twitter post after. Oh my gosh. Oh, and you have the BPR here. Oh, I'm like nerding out right now. This is fantastic. So, or I do it orange. You see what I'm looking at though, right? Kill, stream, and disgust. It's like a market maker sell model. It's a little, you have like your 3-tap. I'll clean this up after the stream and I'll do a post on Twitter. But man, screw the monthly FVG. This is where it's going, in my opinion. Wow. And I would say like this to here is your, or wait, no, this would have been the red part. this is your blue, but you would have it in 2 sections. You would have it like section 1, and then you'd have section 2. Post it, collect cloud or delete. Oh man, though, I this is the first time I'm noticing it though. Man, this is. What a beauty. I'm such a nerd, bro. I'm just like looking at lines on a thing with some numbers and I'm like, oh, it's great. But yeah, so ultimately, this is where I think it's going. You guys heard it here first. We'll look at ES and NQ. I think this, originally my tune was, I thought we were gonna go a lot lower. Oh, I don't have it on here. Dang it. I still think we're going to this level. I'd be shocked if you don't take that low before like going up and taking this high. Capped it. So, group hug, always down for group hugs. I love nerding out with people over charts. It's fun. Made a lot of friendships. Met some of those friends like Anch so far in real life too. So, but ultimately, yeah, buy side liquidity on S&P looks imminent. I think tomorrow could be a sell day, fill that gap, and then you get your push up day there, take this out, and then we can start talking about higher stuff. We do have a volume imbalance here that's probably going to get filled. So next couple of weeks, I would say that would be like your next week kind of target, and then like maybe even that, but ultimately I think that would probably be a couple more weeks. And I think that could cap a lot of further upside. But yeah, I don't see this being like the bottom and that's it. Like I'd be shocked, honestly. I expect this to kind of chop, come up, and then we come back down and go into like a short midterm like recession. So yeah, that's that. I'm gonna look at crypto for a little bit, see if we can scout for any setups for a potential trade here. If you guys have any tickers you want me to look at, I'm happy to take a look at them. Otherwise, I'll probably run this and chill, do this for another 10 to, yeah, probably finish around 7:30, 7:45 is what I'd be looking at. Kind of ran through everything I wanted to. At this point now, I'm open to any requests people may have. But ultimately, I like this coin Victor Shield. It's interesting, but I feel like APT is doing numbers right now. MPLX. Let's do it. Oh, a KuCoin Fate of. I used to trade on KuCoin. Oh my god, this is illiquid as hell. When you see like those dots, dude. Oh, it's tough. It's tough. Tough. Oh my god. I guess we gotta fill the wick. No, I don't know. But on a real note, if you're... Hold on. If we're looking at actually just like the candle wick, and you want that 50% level, like that rule that like you usually at least fill like 50%, like that 27,320 would be it. I mean, I guess you can't really even say you broke structure here because I don't know about that. SNX, yes, that is another good one. I was talking with I don't know if any of you guys know Pax on Twitter, great guy. He caught it long before Pentoshi tweeted about it, so we were chatting about that earlier today, which was cool. But yeah, this looks questionable. I mean, I don't know what the heck happened here though, dude. What percent is that in like a day? Jeez, 929% in one day. But yeah, like low time frame. The thing is, it's so illiquid. I wouldn't even like. I mean, it would be maybe something you buy some spot and forget about, but I think there's so many better assets in crypto to trade. Like you literally have like the world's oyster at your fingertips in terms of like there's new coins all the time that have much more liquidity, that are more worthwhile your time, in my opinion. Like otherwise you're just going to be sitting in that for however knows long, and it might pump and you might miss it, and that's that. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, it had a really nice pump today, up 15% yesterday, or today, whatever, it's still technically for New York time. Targets. Ultimately, I would be just looking at, there's a unmitigated, or no, I think it got tapped into, but not enough that I would even really consider it. Mitigate. Oh, I did it a little wrong too. This is supposed to be like this. Yeah. So that's your draw of liquidity, in my opinion. But again, I think a pullback could be healthy, but this could also rip. I don't think like this is the place to be looking for fresh longs. I would wait for the PA to develop. That's why I'm also like, I wanted to kind of take a trade, but I don't want to like start off the account like blowing it like 3 to 4%. But we can we'll look at this on the high time frame to get some other ideas for where it could go. I just don't like doing like predictions because, especially in crypto, it can change really quick, and I don't want to be like, oh, it's gonna do this, and then not even close. So that would be the local like area of interest, like right above it. I think $3 is going to be a pretty heavy resistance, but if you flip 3, you have relatively equal highs all right here, which is 440. And if we're talking, I mean, this isn't perfect by any means. I'd probably do it from this one. Yeah, you have your 382 at pretty much $4 on the dot, and $3 is right at 236. So what I would be looking for, if you have this either spot or if you're in a long, I don't know where you got in or what your position size is in, this would be a potential like first trouble area where you could see a reversal. But additionally, I would be looking for, you have some relatively local buy side liquidity internally here. You have this one here, but I think ultimately the 382 $4 level is going to be a big level, and probably these highs here eventually. It'll probably like chop, get pushed down, and then eventually rip up if we are to continue the uptrend. So that's my thoughts on SNX. Let's see what's pumping. Matic's up almost 3%. Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably going to wait till tomorrow. Let Asia chop it around, range it, figure out where price wants to go, and then look for a setup. Any other requests for your crypto and your coins? Mina, you're saying like, I feel like old, like you're like listing off these coins I've never even heard of. Not Mana, right? Mina. Wow, this is not too shabby. Oh, I marked it wrong. Oops. Done stonks yet? I have not checked out any stonks. This is kind of like a 3 tap, but I don't know. It does look good though. $1 is imminent in my opinion. I don't see it not going up there. It's tough because this is one of those like altcoins that's been accumulating for months that like once this rips, it could really take off. You do have what looks to be a couple imbalances above. Yeah, weekly one here. This is technically a weekly one here. I don't know why it's not showing up. Yeah, it's a big weekly one. Yeah, so that's probably gonna be your big draw. 115 ish, give or take. But I think $1 psychological level, I'd want to see it flipped, and also the range or buy side liquidity flipped and turned into support. For your typical SR flip, yeah, no, I wouldn't be looking for shorts unless Friday like news is overly bearish. That would be like the only scenario. Let's check out Tesla. One I am kicking myself for. I'd been monitoring this for weeks and I kept posting on Twitter about it because I was so certain it was going to come down, fill this imbalance. It very well could. It could just be like a kind of rally up and then it comes back down. And then it finally like bottoms like July or something. I don't know. But ultimately, I will be a buyer of Tesla at around $69, right around where the 886 is, which would be a beautiful shark harmonic. And then from there, this would be something I'd buy in my Roth IRA and forget about for like a couple of years and come back and be up like 5-10x, whatever. This is like the Amazon of our time, I feel like, unless the company goes completely under. But this is super clean. It's a really nice harmonic. I know I was looking at I believe Snap for one of my friends the other day. That's what I'm saying, Platy. That is literally exactly why, because Bitcoin, like the Elon tweet, topped out at 69K. So I truly believe Tesla is going to go to $69 and bottom there. Like I bet money on it. Yeah, this was something I looked at for one of my homies. It's a kind of scuffed cipher because cipher technically goes to the 786, which is like right about where it is. Got the reaction, pushed up. I think there were earnings, yeah, bad earnings, so did sell off. But I would expect this, as long as it's not like, yeah, it's already starting to buy back up. So Snap, good gap here, and I may start looking to trade some of these on my funded account during the day, to be honest. Like now that I have like a better understanding, because I haven't touched stocks since I was like 3-4 years ago, before I really knew technical analysis and like proper price action and that sort of stuff. So yeah, that is that. I'm gonna wrap it up there because I do need to get some other work done, personal stuff. So sorry for no crypto trade, unfortunately. It just I'm not gonna try to force anything. So hopefully tomorrow there's opportunities that'll be shared with the Chroma fam, and then I'll post whether or not it played out on Twitter. So let me just turn that off for a sec. What do we want to end it with tonight? Later, Platty. Usually I end the song or the stream with a song. Yeah, no problem, man. See you next week, hopefully. I stream every Wednesday at this time for about an hour or so. So yeah, where is the song I'm looking for? Man, I can't find it. Popular tracks, maybe it's under. I'm looking for a specific song by this artist. Oh, here we go. You know. That is really loud. Hold on one sec. Sorry about that if I like blew your ears out. All right. Peace.